Okay, hello everyone. This is our new unboxing and review video about this um, Autofocus Macro Extension Tube. Uh, I ordered this from Lazada. It came from China. I think it arrived. It took only 7 days when it arrived. So let's try to open this. Let's try to make it fast. Ah, okay. So this one, it has a carrying pouch, but I usually don't use it. Sagabal na kasi. So I throw this away. I'm sorry about that. So it has a owner's manual. It is in English. So usually don't read these things. It's very simple to use. It's just self-explanatory. Um, So I bought this for 700 pesos, including shipping. I don't know if I think it's in dollars, US dollars is $13, I think. So, anyways, so this is the macro extension tube. You need to research about this and uh, how uh, on how to uh, what do you call this? I have to explain this. So macro extension tube, it will just where's that lens? It will just move your lens farther away from your camera body sensor. So the more it is um, far away from your sensor, it will magnify the image or the subject that you are taking. Got that? So, anyways, so that's the purpose of the macro extension tube. I bought this because it is the cheapest way to have a um, macro shots like footage. Uh, like if you're gonna buy a real macro lens, it is expensive. Sorry about that. It is expensive. So that's why I bought this because I'm on a budget. Um, uh, so I had this. So I use this by shooting details like the invitation cards or ring shots. So that's why I use this. But the advantage of using macro extension tube, by the way, you will lose your focus to infinity of your lens. So you will just have to pull this out if you're after you using or taking macro shots. So this I try to break this. So this is the front cap, the back. So it doesn't have any glass inside. So I explain that later. The purpose of this tube. But anyway, so this is the autofocus macro extension tube. The other one is a manual one. It is hassle to use that. Using a manual extension tube, like you cannot adjust the the aperture of your lens when using that manual extension tube. When using that, like you need to set first your using that manual extension tube. You need to set first your aperture. Example, maybe 1.8 or 3.5 or 5 f5. So after setting that, you need you use the tube. You use the tube, this one, and then connect it to your lens and to your body. So that's hassle. So unlike this one, this autofocus macro extension tube, it has a I'm looking for the it has a connecting rod. I call this connecting rod. It has a metal rod. See that one inside? So, in this one, it has a metal terminal. It will connect your lens to your um, camera body. So you can still manipulate the aperture, and especially using, you can use the autofocus, but usually um, when taking macro shots, I only use manual focus, so you can adjust the focus uh, of your lens. So that's it. This is so this sorry wait um so this extension tube, it has different sizes. It has this uh I try to focus this one. It's hard. If you can see this, it is the larger one. It is 21 mm, and the middle is 21. That's 31. I mean, I say 31. Yeah, 31 mm, and then the middle is 21 mm. And the thinnest one, or the smaller one, is the 13. So explaining the more the sensor is far away from, I mean the lens is far away from the sensor, it magnifies more the subject or the image. So when you are planning to use this three extension tube, it is, you can have the closest subject on your lens. So that's the advantage um, of that. So let's try to connect this um, Nifty 50. This is my Nifty 50, the Canon. So when you connect this, you see this red dot here, and this one, it has also a red dot. Okay, you'll just have to align that, and then twist it like the way you put your lens to your camera body. So that's it. It's snap. That's the lock. This is the, I don't know, we can call this a switch. Okay, that's a lock. So it's just the same with putting your camera lens to your camera body. So it snap. See? So let's see what else. So some lens doesn't have a red dot. Some lens, it has just white markings, like this one. It has a square white mark. You will just have to align that, same as the red dot. If your lens doesn't have a red dot, it only has a, if it only has a this square one, white one, you will just have to align that like this. You just have to no, I'm sorry, like that. Yeah, this one, I'm sorry, this arrow, like arrow, this one, you will just have to align that in the square dot. I think it's almost, yeah, like that. And then you just twist it from here. You just have to align that to here, this one to here. So one, notice it has a clicking sound. This one, try this near the microphone. Okay, that's this springy connecting rod. So it is this extension tube, it is all plastic. It is good quality plastic. It is a plastic ring, and the only metal in this tube is just the connecting rod. So, and also this one, the switch and the screw. And by the way, I have to remind this: if you want to purchase this, just have you need to tighten this screw. At first, I didn't notice this when I put my lens. in this tube. I didn't notice it. The screws here, maybe 2 or 3 screws. I didn't notice it is sticking out a little bit. So I didn't notice that. So I was so excited of using this when it arrived, and then I use it, and then I didn't notice that screw was sticking out. So it left a mark on my camera lens, and I'm not sure if the body has scratch, but I think it didn't. But I hope, really hope. But so the so I just have to remind you about that. You need to tighten the screw. I was planning after that, it it if it if it was still sticking out, I will try to sand that little bit, but it was fine. Maybe the manufacturer didn't really tighten the screw, so you need to tighten that to avoid uh, it won't damage your lens, but it will leave some scratches, and fortunately mine already have it. So that's it. So so this is my review about this autofocus macro extension tube. So next time I'll be reviewing another cheap item. Like, I'm sorry that uh, uh, I will be reviewing this pan head. It is a cheap one, but it is fine. I already used this shooting weddings, like any events. So it is cheap, but watch for this next review. I will be reviewing this pan head. It is, I think maybe it's a fluid one. But anyways, well, thank you for watching, and hope to uh, hope you if it helps you, please like and subscribe, because I will be reviewing more budget accessories, filming accessories, and photography accessories. Well, thank you. Daghang salamat sa pagtanaw, and kita kits. Hope to see you soon. Bye bye guys. Babush.